And next time, great. But next up we have Warlock. Warlock, we start with the legendary prime, of course, and it's Canrithad Ebonlock. 2 mana 3/2, your demons cost 1 less. This is really good, because you have a lot of cheap demons, you have a lot of mid-range demons, and this is a really powerful effect. You know, reducing the cost of spells is good, reducing the cost of minions is very good. So this card by itself would be worth it, but it has the death rattle of shuffling the prime into your deck. What is the prime? It's an 8 mana 7/6 demon. Battlecry summon 3 friendly demons that died this game. Huh. So ideally, you want to play this guy, at least the first version, in a more zoo-oriented build, you know, more demon-focused. So you're probably not gonna summon 3 very big ones with this, but it may still be a very significant stat push, you know, in the late game, which is very significant, you know, in the zoo type decks, because it may help you close out the games. It may help you you know, gain some value on your opponent. So it's definitely a pretty interesting and potentially powerful card. So I'm pretty happy with this one. Okay, next we have Calidan the Breaker. 6 mana 3/3 Battlecry, destroy a minion. If drawn this turn, instead destroy all minions except this one. So that's a really big difference there, you know? If you draw this on turn 6, you can wipe the board and keep a 3/3, which is insanely powerful, you know? It's almost like a guaranteed Lord Godfrey. Now that Lord Godfrey is rotating, this can be the card to replace it. And even in the worst case situation, it's like a Siphon Soul, which is still sometimes played in Control Warlock. So 3/3 is sometimes, I mean, oftentimes better than gaining 3 life, because it's board present. It's something your opponent has to deal with. So this is a pretty okay card. Like, nothing too exciting unless you get the draw effect, which, I mean, you can still try and force this, because Plot Twist is still going to be in standard, you know, so this can still make it in the quest variant with Plot Twist. It's an pretty interesting turn 8 play, you know. You get to progress your quest, you get to blow up their board. Pretty strong there. So, exciting. Oh boy. You gotta have an RNG card in Warlock, and this is the one in this expansion. 1 mana spell Shadow Council. Replace your hand with random demons. Give them +2/+2. Powerful. Random, but very powerful. Is it good enough in standards? Sometimes, right? This is one of those sometimes you win, sometimes you lose type. It all comes down to RNG. And in that sense, it can be a pretty fun deck to play. So there's that. Inner, however, yeah, this is really powerful. +2/+2 to any random minion to your whole hand for 1 mana. You're more likely not gonna have something to play on that turn on average, so really powerful in Arena. Really fun in Standard, so pretty good card, pretty cool card at least. Okay, now we come to one of the more exciting Warlock cards. It's Dark Glare. 3 mana 3/4. After your hero takes damage, refresh 2 mana crystals. OMG, the possibilities. So Warlock, I mean, the obvious one is your hero power. Your hero power list suddenly becomes pay 0, pay 2 life, draw a card. Is that good? Yep, that is extremely good. And you can trigger this with multiple effects. if you have the health for it. Oh, this is a very fun card, and it's definitely gonna be experimented a lot, because this is a very breakable effect. Like, this is very powerful, very exciting, and it's really good in stun in arena too. 3 mana 3/4 with an upside. What's not to like about it, right? This is one of the more exciting Warlock cards. Tentatively, I'm gonna say this is one of the better ones, but you know, this could be a hit or a miss. We'll see. Next off, we have the Dark Portal. 4 mana spell, draw a minion. If you have at least 8 cards in hand, it costs 5 less. So, can you make a deck with just either Lord Jaraxxus or Rafam and play them on by turn 5? That's powerful. Is it? Is it worth not having any other minions? It's definitely fun. It's easy enough to build if you have the cards. So I'm definitely gonna experiment with it. And personally, I don't think it's gonna be good enough. You know, the effect is not powerful enough. You know, having all those cards in hand, it implies you have a pretty late start to the game. Like you're gonna life type, maybe you're gonna discover a few spells and a few cards, you know, with Dark Bargain, stuff like that. But overall, I don't see this being very good. Definitely don't pick this in arena. You're not gonna be able to trigger this unless you're really losing the game, and by then, you know, drawing a random minion's not gonna help you much there. So definitely not a good arena card. It's a potentially fun card in standard, but I don't see it breaking the meta anytime soon. Oh boy, next we have Imprisoned Scrap Imp. 2 mana 3/3, dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, give all minions in your hand +2/+2. Huh. So, first impression, you would probably want to play it in a zoo deck, but then, if you're playing a zoo deck, how many minions are you really gonna have in your hand by turn 4? The answer is not many, right? And if you have one or two really big minions, then the stats are not gonna be making that much of a difference. On turn 2, you really want to get on the board if you're playing zoo. So this is more of a combo card, I feel. Maybe for that, you know, the Shadow Council deck. And it's very high rolling in that deck. Like, sure, if you get them, like if you play this, tap next turn, tap again and play the Shadow. No, you can only tap once, because, yeah. But still, giving your random demons +4/+4 is really powerful. And in that type of deck, you're not trying to get on the board in the early game, so this may find a home in that deck, and it may be enough of a stat boost where this becomes relevant. So we'll see, but it has very narrow applications, I feel. Even in arena, you know, it's a big tempo loss to play this guy. Like, you may recover, since Warlock has a lot of good removal, but it's a risky one. If you get to pull it off, you're definitely ahead. So there's that. Big risk, big reward. Next up we have Enhanced Dreadlord, 8 mana 5/7 Taunt. Death Rattle, summon a 5/5 Dreadlord with Lifesteal. Why is this so much worse than the Demon Hunter one, right? This card is not very good. I mean, in comparison, like, it's still okay. Like, it's still an okay arena card, for sure. You're not too happy to draft this. But in standard, I don't see it making the cut. Like, the 5/5 doesn't have rush. Your opponent can just kill this, go face. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do enough in order to see play in standard. Don't think it's gonna be there anytime soon. It's gonna require a lot of support, and I don't think it's there. Now this card, however, Hand of Gul'dan, 6 mana spell. When you play or discard this, draw 3 cards. This card is insane with any sort of discard mechanic, especially targeted discard. Like with the card we're gonna see next, this card is amazing in a zoo type deck. It is all the refill you're ever gonna need. This card does wonders for that deck. So it's an auto include there. And you may even play it in some weird wild decks, I don't know. However, for Arena, I think it's too slow. Yeah, I think it's very unreliable. You're gonna be able to discard this. And 6 mana just to have no board impact whatsoever is too slow. However, insane in Zoo, especially with this card. Nightshade Matron, 4 mana, 5/5 rush. Battlecry, discard your highest cost card. So usually this is a pretty bad effect because you don't want to discard your win conditions. However, if you're a Zoo deck and your highest cost card is Hand of Gul'dan, you're gonna be in a great spot to finish out the game. This is pretty good stats, pretty good effect. Downside that can be mitigated and turned into a very good upside. Yep, this is going into the Zoo list for sure. Finally, we have Unstable Fellbolt. 1 mana spell, deals 3 damage to an enemy minion and a random friendly one. Oh. I don't think this card will see much play. Like, even if you're a swarmy deck, like even if in the Galakron variant, I don't think it does enough to warrant a card slot, right? You're gonna have to get rid of one of your minions. It only targets minions, so it doesn't go face. Yeah, I don't think this card is good enough. Probably even for Arena, like it may be a late pick if you don't have any other removal, but you're not very happy about picking it ever. So, not a very good card. Still, Warlock as a whole, really exciting, really dangerous Zoo game plan. Really powerful stuff overall. Unfortunately, not much support for the Handlock variant, but oh well, you can't have it all, so hopefully the next expansion will address that. For now, it's still a pretty decent deck.